Hi, everybody. Has anybody else noticed that I say that every day? Hey, everybody. I got to come up with something else. A couple of videos popped up in my feed the other day of me talking, and it's, hey, everybody, 2 years ago. Hey, everybody. So I apologize. I'm going to become more original, but I haven't figured that out yet. You guys, it is Wednesday afternoon. We're on part 7. We're going to add some details to this piece. So if you've been following me along, you know that this is my tunnel of love wardrobe. I missed yesterday. Apologize, but it was just too crazy, and I had a class to teach inside my group. Um, I hope that you were able to catch the photos that I posted. I posted 2 different photos, and it's of you can see all of this the shimmer that we added with the copper and the rose gold. But right now, I want to add some details. So this is Bohemian Blue. It fades up. I'm going to actually do something so you can kind of see what the top of this looks like if you have missed the first 2. So Janet Perez, thank you so much, honey. I'm going to do this, and I want you to be able to see the top. Everybody see that? It's really heavily distressed. Okay. So we're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram because we're not going to miss any of our social people. I just want you to see the top. And then it fades, it's black, and then it fades down to Bohemian Blue. I added a little bit of Old 57, which is a turquoise, but once you add it with the black, it ends up almost looking like a gray, which I'm totally cool with. So let's get this on here. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you. It says looking good, and then our eye roll. So maybe the eye roll wasn't intended for me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab Queen Bee right here, and I'm going to add just a little bit of detail inside all of our flowers. And then I'm going to grab layered chocolate. I want like some sticks. Like I want something that breaks all of this up with some substance, like you know how you see a big floral vase and there's sometimes those random curly willow sticks. You know what? Let's do that first. So I'm gonna grab this layered chocolate, and I'm gonna push you back just a little bit since we're doing these tall sticks. I want to make sure you don't miss twigs. Yeah, I want to have some twigs. It's so nice to see you too. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to grab my turquoise iris brush, and this is the cheerleader. And then I've also got the mascot, which tend to be the 2 that I tend to use more than any other. So with the sticks, I'm going to make them actually look a little bit heavier, girth-wise. You know what I mean? So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to make it kind of a curly willow. Let me turn Instagram because Instagram's not being able to see. Oh, you're welcome. I meant to do that yesterday before I let you guys go. Instagram, I am so very sorry. I apologize, guys. I'm usually better than this, but this is like my 4th live today. And occasionally everything just gets a little messed up. Okay, so I'm putting quite a bit on here, you guys. You can't hear me. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? And then that dropped. Lordy mercy. Be patient with me, guys, please. Please be patient with me. Okay. Anybody else having a hard time? Okay, Sarah, you hear me? All right. Okay, so I'm going to have, first off, a couple of twigs coming out the back, and I'm going to have them kind of curl and kind of just break off. And then this one I'm going to have come up just a little bit here, and I'm making sure they're heavier and thicker. I'm going to have it kind of appear to be coming down from the back in there. I'm kind of picking up my brush, and then I'm going to have it be pretty thick down here at the bottom. Okay. So All right, let's do one over here. All right, so I'm going to actually start right here, but I'm going to have this one come out and it's going to curve, have a piece branch off, and then I'm going to have it going back in here behind. And really thick at the bottom. All right, and then let it taper really skinny up at the top as if the tip of the stick, and then I'm going to let it fall. We have one more on this one, I think. All right, everybody still with me? I know that it might be hard to see, but once it's dry, it should be so much easier. Let's do one more over on this side. I'll probably do uneven, as in 2 on one side and 3 on the other. That way there's 5 total. The color of the flowers, guys, this is part 7, so I've painted this entire piece online for you. The 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 flowers here are copper and rose gold, and they're both colors that I made from DIY paint by mixing their colors to get the copper and the rose gold. So I'm acting like this is kind of falling back behind. So I've got it coming out the back as if these twigs are kind of angled a little bit. I'm going to do one more over here, kind of acts as if it's coming around the side and up over here towards the edge. So as I finish off at the top, I want it to be really skinny up at the top. So it will be a lot thicker down here at the bottom. Okay, yes, 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 I love that. And okay. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you. All right, so there's 3 over here and 1 already. I'm going to add 1 more and then I'll be done with this. We'll grab the yellow and go from there. I'm going to start from the bottom with it being really thick. I'm just taking my cheerleader brush from the Turquoise Iris collection and I'm actually just kind of wiggling it back and forth so it gives it a little bit of texture. It's a curly willow branch, so it has to just kind of take on a form of its own. And then taper off to much skinnier, and then I'll have a little twig coming off. Okay, make sure this is real thick. Now we have more texture in there. Queen bee. Let's highlight some of our flowers inside them. Let's make them, don't need very much, but it's our bright golden yellow. It dries a little bit darker. I'm going to go in here in my flowers and just try to make it look organic. Don't worry about it looking too perfect. I'm going to end up sanding over this entire piece pretty well and allowing some of the original wood to show through like it does at the top, how I showed you guys. So in my mind as I'm painting, the word happy trees just came to my mind because of whatchamacallit, Bob Ross. And I wanted to say happy flowers, but I stopped myself because that sounded like I was quoting Bob Ross saying his happy trees, little happy trees. So that was, I'm like, I sound excited, but it's because I am. I'm getting to paint, and I don't always get to paint every day. But when I do these things and I'm painting projects, I'm painting every day, and I get excited because I'm like, oh, I've got to go paint. I got to do I've got to do a live painting tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm painting happy little flowers, and I'm going to push this over because they're on rollers, not because I'm that incredibly strong. Maybe back in the day. Oh, Jamie, that can't be right. Which part, Jamie? I'm going to go back and I'm going to get some of that layered chocolate here in a second. I'm going to highlight some of the green stems and just kind of add just another layer of texture, another layer of dimension. So it will help the stems kind of pop off the page. It's not a page, pop off the screen. And you know what? If I want to, I can take up here on the flowers, I can put a little yellow because let's just imagine that. Remember how this piece is called the Tunnel of Love? That is if the light is just shimmering over it. So we have a little bit of twinkle. So just delicately add a few little here and there yellow. And I may work on this a little more later because you can't see what I'm doing and I don't want you to get aggravated saying, hey, I can't see. So let's go back and grab the layered chocolate. And I just want to kind of thank you so much for loving my flowers. I appreciate that. So see where the green is? I'm just going to kind of find like a middle, a stem of sorts, and give it just a little bit more depth and dimension to the stems. I'm just tapping my brush like this on the sides. Okay. Yes, now we're talking, peeps. We are. This is good. This is good. Okay, let's scoot this back over. Now, after this, we sand, soften everything, distress, pull some of that woodwork through here, and then we just put on our top wax and we seal it, buff it, and we're golden. This piece is 80, gosh, it's huge, 85 inches maybe tall. I'm not sure, 84, 86. And if you'll hang tight, I will raise the camera just again so you can see the full piece again. But I have the cameras pretty close so you can at least see what I'm doing down here. Okay, I think that's good. If we wanted to, we could come back in and add some different flowers, some different colors, but I really feel like if I keep adding, it's just going to get busier and busier. And I kind of like, oh, Sandy, you're my idol. Thank you so much for saying that. You're nice. You're my favorite today for telling me I'm your idol. I'm just thrilled to be painting and it's not hot again once again in Oklahoma City. So let's move this over, give you guys a good look, and let you get back to your day. Ooh, hit a wall. Hit a wall. All right. You see how the top is heavily distressed? And then it has that champagne gold color all over it. I want it to look like the flowers are just popping off the piece and you could pick them. Bring them home, put them in a vase, and top it off with some nice water. You guys, I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for being here for part second. That didn't make sense. 7. And next tomorrow we sand and we start waxing. Waxing is really going to add more texture and show off these hand painted flowers. It's going to be really good. Um, I appreciate that, Jackie Flower. You guys, if you have any questions, you can tag me or you can always email me at dion@theturquoiseiris.com. The paint I use is DIY paint and the brushes are always Paint Pixie. You guys have an awesome night and I'll catch you tomorrow. Now Facebook, now YouTube.